Now then, so today we're going to be running a little bit of Toussaint hospitality. I think I pronounced that pretty well. So, I mean, I'm sure you've seen this kind of deck. It's one of the reasons why Erden's so popular on the ladder. We're just looking to make our units tall, make our opponent's units tall, steal the boost. That's basically it. I think there's kind of a few ways you can go with this one. This is what I've ended up doing. We're running all kinds of fun stuff. We've got Beclaire, Ivar, Yenver for dealing with the tall units we're giving our opponent. And then a ton of ways to make tall units. So Glem, Palmerain, Milton. And then, yeah, that's the general idea of this deck. I'm sure you'll have seen it before. It's to slam down a ton of points, give your opponent some nice tall units, and then either steal them back in terms of stealing the points, reset them so they don't get the payoff. And it seems to go pretty well. I think there's kind of a few ways you could go with this. I've personally kind of decided on this. I don't think there's a right and wrong when it comes to this list. I think there's quite a few interesting cards to try out. So yeah, I tried it pretty much day one, and haven't really come back to it since. So now the meta's settled down a little bit. I'm kind of curious how it'll get on. So we will go into the games. Shocker, it's Ren free.
Sons of Nilfgaard!
I mean, I have been coming across some versions of Renfrey that are just toxic beyond belief. People running both Erden and Igni, which I think is A, overkill, completely unnecessary, and B, just gross. Speaking of just gross, this hand is not too nice. I mean, I guess it's Spotter Slave Driver. Ooh, 11-8. They no doubt lock this. Kind of why I considered chucking in a Pella. And honestly, maybe worth chucking in a Pella, you know? I don't think for this matchup it matters too much because... Oh, they're not locking this. I think that's a mistake. Is it like... Locking spotters is just most of the time very, very correct to do. Kind of reason being, sure, the three damage is only hitting armor, so you kind of feel like it's a little bit bad, like, it's not playing for that much. But the payoff is that it would have denied me 8 points, so that lock was worth 8 points in effect.
Time to get our hands dirty.
I kind of forgot that roommate can be toxic, and again, not locking this, really questionable, I think would be the word. Would definitely be the word. Just doing that so we can start up with a Night Challenger. I don't want to stay in this round too long, which is, maybe an argument against playing something so slow, but yeah, that's fine. And our hands this stacked. I do want to get Defender before I get Kahir. Like, we're definitely running a more high rolly approach. Seems good.
Can you smell it? Victory is on the wind.
If I remember right, their locks can only lock enemy units. It's only Dorogaray that can lock your own stuff, like that they would have access to. I think that what's it called? Marguerite can do it as well. Let's chill on this for now. with Defender up, I don't hate it. I'd kind of like to.
A pleasure to be.
Oh wait, I can't do it onto Pulsary. I need to play it first, don't I? I mean that's fine now. But just play around an Igni a little bit.
We all make sacrifices. The Empire, our cause.
Yeah. I mean, we have to accept that Igni's gonna hurt, but Igni onto Defender is a hell of a lot better onto Igni onto here, with how we're gonna go about this. Ah, no fun.
I pledge it upon the Heron.
We're obviously playing really heavily into an Erden, but you know it's fine. We're gonna go Roderick. If this wasn't obvious as well, we're pushing this round really hard, just because of how it's going basically. Really no reason not to. So we could play Guilhem. Actually, it would be Revan, Vilg, or Guilhem. I think I'm okay with any of that though.
What is it you want?
Yeah, the one I wanted the most, but
Attack!
that has lined up for an Igni, hasn't it? Bullied by my own leader.
To work!
We're getting away with it though.
Notice! All roads lead to Nilfgaard.
I'm also aware that we're bricking Ivar, but I don't care. Because we're probably not playing Ivar this round. I just kind of wanted to have a slightly lower unit that we could let declare.
Obedience or the last.
This is looking kind of fine, isn't it? So I think we see how this goes for sure. I do want to use this this round because these are more valuable as like tall lancers. Perfect.
I'll do what I can.
And I'll take a Nausicaa Sergeant, you know? That's kind of fine with me. Okay, so yeah, here we go. They have aired him. So let's see it out then. Yeah.
Not your lucky day.
Now most people would look at this and think, oh goddamn, that's gone horribly. You know, all your stuff got reset. No. Erden's out in this kind of matchup. We also got Triss out. And if we're smart, we can try to play around Igni. Because like I said, there are some absolute monsters that are playing both Igni and Erden. Which I would honestly not put past them.
The lordling dogs until they beg for mercy.
I guess Ivar's not getting us too much value, but I can live with that. I can definitely live with that.
I bring death, quite literally.
I exist because Master never willed it so.
Do they have another spotter? Is what we know. You know, it's in hand. Yeah.
The able ass. Demons don't scare me. We're one and the same.
Best value we're gonna get is denying them points on that. And it kind of depends what they choose to do. You know, if they, the damned if they do, the damned if they don't. Yeah. 3.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking Igni, last card.
Go ahead. Feel it.
Damage an enemy unit by 6. Why you care about placement? And again, you would think, oh, why am I not spreading the rose placement? Like, if they use it on the 4, it just hits 2 armor. They get really bad value from this. Yep. What did I tell you? What did I tell you, man? People running Igni.
Reality is that which believe it no more. Does not come
Let's. I don't think this is enough, though, is it? Sad. Sad. I mean, I'm glad I played around the Igni. I think the push was correct, but I mean, look at that hand they kind of drew. They got so their like closing hand was Renfrey, Ramon, Spotter, Igni. There isn't a better hand for them, so it's kind of whatever. Not too much we can do about that one. Harmony, 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 harmony.
this time.
I think we'll have a pretty good time. A pretty good time with this matchup, to be honest. Really need to stop mulliganing this hard. I get punished for it every time. But because they're just going so tall, like there's definitely an argument for putting Erden in this deck. I just kind of wanted to try out Rinfan. And I'm undecided on him, you know. Kind of saw in the last game, there are definite situations where he doesn't play for a lot at all. He would have been really nice, literally the game before. The round before, sorry. This is Invigorate. Why do... I'm that used to saying Guerrilla Tactics. I thought it was Guerrilla Tactics when I looked at it. And thought it's Harmony. Okay, it's Invigorate. Even better. Like, this is even better, right? The whole point of theirs is boosting their units up. And... boosted units, man. Our deck is built around getting their units very, very tall. So we don't want to play Vilg, because it'll pull out a Hawker Smuggler. Is one of the benefits of Spotter, like this card needs dealing with.
A pleasure.
Definitely. Love to see it, don't you? You love to see it.
This shit. A fine vintage it would have made.
I want to play this before we do any boosting stuff, you know. 2 damage onto a boosted thing is kind of a detriment to what we're doing, so... I mean, in fairness, you know, this hand isn't really one for the boosting, to be honest. We'll probably just chill out a little bit this round. Don't expect to go too far, don't want to be spending all of this. So, you know, we can get our thing done, play a very efficient Spotter. No doubt they will end up playing something boosted, so then we can play Night Challenger. and tortoise and that kind of stuff. So this shouldn't be too bad. And weirdly, things like Hawker Smuggler we'll just leave. You know, we don't care about them getting boosted up. It's what we want. Yeah, like this is the stuff like, although it seems kind of good for them, is exactly what we're looking for. And unless they play something boosted here, we may just pass. I don't know, we really want Last Say though. Last Say is kind of huge. Playing Toussaint Hospitality would be terrible. Night Challenger onto that every day of the week.
Are you a knight, sir? Or are you poultry?
Yeah, I think that's fine. Don't need to play the leader yet. Again, like I said, we want to dip out of this sooner rather than later. And this sort of lines up quite well, because this will trigger, like if we pass here, you know, they'll play a card, then this will trigger, and we'll get our benefit from it, because it boosts. We've got 7 units, they've got 4. And we're also going to get boosted by 1, so we do get a slight points benefit from it.
Too fast for you, Dwan.
Okay. This is fine. We just can't really afford to commit much more here, because this hand's, it's way too heavy. I mean, in fairness, we run a lot of golds, because a lot of them are relatively cheap that we want to run. You know, we have a 6, an 8, an 8, 6, 6. We're not so much running the hyper top end, which is, you know, something I've thought about. Maybe we do want something a little heavy on the top end. Or we just win on even. That's kind of why I did the pass, because I was like, it's a big enough gap. You know, 10 points is a reasonable amount. We don't want to commit more. We're set up pretty well. Really no reason to stick around. Hello, Myrna. Cat's decided to come say hello. Come on, darling. Oh. What, you going up top? Okay. Should be obvious, right? Just play this bottom. Big jump. Tail just goes wagging past the camera as usual. Hello. Yes, they are taking long on the turn, aren't they? And she's off. I'm bored too.
Just great.
Okay. That is fine. Oh, I just about to get mad. We functionally self-bleed if we keep going like too far. I mean, let's say the Igni here, right? Okay, let's spray the Igni here, because now that they've clicked the leader, he won't work. But like, if the Igni, cool. we see an Igni out in a match at where he's going to destroy us. My thinking anyway. Dunker. Hello. And Wanderers. Yeah. Yeah, let's play him. We can take their Bale as well, which would be nice.
Got business for me?
No fun. Be obnoxious. See, this is situations where I'm like, Rimfan's amazing. Because he played for what? 22 minus 7. Played 15. And this isn't like as high as he's gonna go. This is like a reasonable one. Still are two outcomes these games, I guess. First one he was kind of bad, this one he's kind of insane.
Oi! Hey there! Come here!
Oh, who's not doing it? Alright. This is where we say goodbye. Again, we're up by 11. We've seen Sunset Wanderers out. Told you, man, there was an Igni. There was an Igni waiting. Alright, I feel justified. I feel very justified. Ivar's nice. Milton's great. Night Challenger we could do without. Is Roderick guaranteed? Roderick isn't guaranteed. Yeah, I guess that's better. Would like to have found a Blightmaker, really. I mean, we want Kahir. Really, I just wanted to find one of the other golds so we could Roderick for it. But I guess we can Roderick Almarin and maybe high roll into one of these. I'm a believer, you know. Yeah, that's fine. Keep boosting your stuff.
Just for you,
That's all
love.
cool.
Onward! To be showered with imperial gold!
I wanted to play something so we can play Milton onto it. We want to leave this unboosted so that can be our like Palmering target. Because we have double last say as well, I think double last say is probably going to be like Buckler Bilg. Maybe an argument for using leader just to deny them any access to this front row, because that kind of protects us from Renfrey into the, you know, kill an 8 or less, or a really tall Skags.
You underestimate the strength of Dol
Oh, cool. That's fine.
I pledge it upon the heron.
Yeah, so we'll do what I said I was going to do. Play bronze, draw a card, that's fine. With a hand like this, I'm not as scared of a Erden. Just because that top end's a little more expensive. Right, let's just try and high roll it.
Push on! No mercy!
But I guess that's fine, right? Here's kind of cracked.
Do what I must.
And then it's probably Beauclair into Ivar into Buhert. Oh, they picked the boost blessing, which I don't think is all that great in this sort of quote-unquote mirror. Yeah, this is kind of why we're boosting up Theon. Ooh, Beauclair onto Theon's kind of amazing too. We basically have like 4 tall punishes in hand. So, you know, I feel pretty good going into this.
Step forward and let us settle this. You'll regret your mum ever squirted you out.
Yeah, again, they're obviously trying to get through this. So they got a Skags, I'm almost certain of it. I guess it is also the only target for them, so 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, right? I will play around an Erden with Ivar on the Ranger. Arguably should have done it sooner. That wasn't what I was expecting.
I spy, my people eye.
That's pretty good. And we all know who that is. Come on. That's not as big as I was expecting. I know that's a double entendre, that's what she's... But double entendre, that's French, like Toussaint. It was all part of the plan. All part of the plan.
Quite the menial task.
Not afraid. You should be.
Cool. And we still had Yemba. Cool. I think that's kind of a tale of two games, right? I mean, I enjoyed this one mainly because it's... You don't have to worry about it too much, you just play your cards, and you kind of saw we missed, like, arguably our 2 best ones, in the form of False Siri and, like, Palmerin when you've got Milton down is kind of insane for, like, pulling other cards out as well. But it's pretty good. So, if you give it a try, let me know, and I will catch you in the next one.